Hey everyone, how's it going? It is either real Randy Chavez coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If not, welcome back. I love y'all. My legs still hurt. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member. There's lots of perks. Also, wraithx.eth domain name. You're going to have to turn up the volume for this one. I do need to be a little quiet as my housemates are sleeping. So we'll start off with OMI. OMI not doing so good on the day. It actually reached 000582 earlier today. We are down about 2.6 on the day. Despite that, there is a little bit of volume. There's over 800,000 in volume for it, which is better than normal. So I will take that. But again, it is trending downward. Outside of that, the rest of the top 10 of crypto was relatively flat with the exception of XRP, which is up 7.3% on the day, and Cardano, which is up 3.3% on the day. The rest is less than 1% for each of them for the top 10. So OMI not doing near as well as the market. Market outperforming OMI by a long shot. I'll probably pick up a little bit more. I can't. I have this other big VV thing that I have to do. It's one last thing that I have to do, and that's it. I will have my whale pick up a little bit more, probably by the time this, not by the time this video comes out, but within 24 hours of this video coming out, I will probably get just another couple million, really not anything huge. Nothing to write home about. Anyway, let's get to part of the reason for this video. So I will start with the Adam Warlock. Where is he? Who is Adam Warlock? So he is a really big deal in Marvel Comics. He's an exceedingly powerful person. He originally was announced as a secret rare, as a Marvel Mighty, which again, every single year at one of the Comic-Cons, Marvel goes and they say, hey, we're going to release a one-off character. I've talked about this before. For October of 2021 for New York Comic Con, they had Captain Carter, was technically part of that Captain America one because she is Captain Carter. They had a Captain America Marvel Mighty series, but she was by herself. Same thing for the Deadpool Chimichanga truck. And this time we were going to have the Adam Warlock as a secret rare, as its own set, and then they kind of redid it. They made him an ultra rare, and they had him as part of the Guardians of the Galaxy set. Not a one-off on his own. They had it as part of the old set that we had just gotten 2 months ago. I think that happened in May. But here's what I just discovered. I was on the app, and then there is no, there is no him. There is no Adam Warlock, and then you can even see a break in between the app. Oh, hey, here's something going on the 19th, and there's the 21st. What's happening to the 20th? Again, most likely what they're doing is they are, again, this is just speculation, we don't know at this point, but most likely they are just going to take that Adam Warlock, Marvel Mighty, and make him his own set, just to kind of keep that uniform with everything else. I am happy they're doing that beforehand instead of after. Another reason why I think that is because Sergio Rodriguez, despite him, I don't know if he has a YouTube channel or not, but despite him not necessarily creating a ton of video content, does a lot of the written word, had a long message saying that he really kind of had an issue with a lot of the San Diego Comic-Con drops, and one of the issues was him saying the Marvel Mighty, Adam Warlock. He said he might have gone for him if he was part of his own set, but now that he is part of the Guardian set and you had to get him to complete it, he wasn't going to go for him. I don't know how much power exactly Sergio has, but David went on and said, okay, we'll look into it to see what we can do. And apparently David's listening. So, like it or not, squeaky wheel does get the grease, and, he squeaked and the grease is coming. So we do have that, and you could look at this one of two ways, like, oh, okay, yeah, all we have to do is complain and then they'll change it. And that's not always going to be the case, but I do like that Veve, the team, is going out saying, hey, we have their ear to the ground, we're listening to the community, we're part of this community. And, they're it's like that famous Batman quote where he says, maybe you guys should spend more times in the streets instead of flying above them. Like, oh, big quote. And that's what a lot of these CEOs do. The CEOs of a lot of these Fortune 500 companies don't really pay attention to a lot of the clients. They don't really pay a lot of attention to their subscribers or the people that support them and buy their product. They're just kind of just up in their offices on the 50th floor or whatever. Again, Veve doesn't seem to do that. Veve seems to be, their CEO and COO seem to be as much a part of the community as anyone else. You see them on Twitter all the time. Anyway, shout out to them for that. Although I don't think it would have necessarily mattered too much about this Adam Warlock. He would have sold out either way. Is he going to be more coveted and a higher price and, more active in the secondary? Probably a little bit. Isn't going to be enough towards as much of a difference. I don't know. Again, I don't think they're doing this change for the money. I think they're doing it to show people, hey, we're listening to you, and that's it. Anyway, these Stan Lee things, it has been less than 24 hours since he has been dropped, and it has done absolutely phenomenally. So I did make a post saying shout out to Veve Official and The Real Stan Lee for selling out and grossing $119,000 in 16 minutes. These sold out a lot quicker than I expected them to, and the prices are a lot higher than I expected them to be as well. The secret rare, I figured would be about 350-ish, and they did touch there for a hot minute, and then afterwards they were absolutely off to the races. The secret rare now has a floor of 700, so double of what I thought it would be. That goes to show you this does surprise you. You even have Dan Chabel, and Dan Chabel he usually passes on a lot of these drops, but he does go and say two different things. One is Stan Lee Secret Rare is Marvel's partner statue. I don't know about that, but yes, clearly people are speaking with their money. He's sucked a lot of the liquidity out of the markets. A lot of people are selling a lot of their other NFTs for Secret Rare Stan, and it could very well pay off for them. We'll get into price predictions in a little bit. But anyway, Dan says Stan Lee is incredibly collectible in the physical form as well. His signature on even a photograph sells for $400 plus, and on a comic book it can increase the value by thousands depending on the book. Even though Stan signed so much memorabilia, his signature still commands a lot of value. Stan Lee is the partner statue of Marvel, and people have an emotional connection to him even though he's passed away. It's not a surprise to me that his collectibles are already in high demand on Veve because his brand transcends all forms of collecting. Extraordinarily powerful words from our great friend, the Dan Chabel. Speaking of other things that is going on, we do have a ton of Veve gems that were purchased today, or yesterday as of Tuesday, July 18th at the end of it. We had grossed 308,000 gems over on Veve in one day, and again, that's just the amount that was grossed, not including the amount that was spent. A lot to go over. Oh, real quick blurb here. I didn't listen to all of it. This is actually secondhand information that I'm getting. It is from Pablo Punch Stanomarovich. Shout out to him. He was listening to Alex on Twitter Spaces the other night, and Alex had said that there is a huge IP that is pushed back until September. What are they? I don't know. Is it something that we had signed on years ago, like LOL MGA brands? Is it something like Little Prince? Is it something that that we've had for a while and just haven't announced? Or is it a new license? Or is it something that we've lost and now we've regained? I don't know, but I'm very excited to hear that. Anyway, from NFT Update, be advised, does have almost 300,000 followers over on the Twitter. They had even posted yesterday saying, did you know Veve is releasing Stan Lee NFTs? So I thought that was really cool. Veve and OMI had like that, so I thought that was pretty heckin' dope. So again, happy San Diego Comic-Con week. Go check out the Hero booth at San Diego Comic-Con, as well as the Veve booth, which is next to the Marvel booth. Hero will have Waza and some girl Brittany, famous for her chair fall. Go say hi to them, go give them a big hug, and totally collect them. But we do have a little bit of drama in the Hero community. We have Rob Stuff saying, transfers to Immutable X need to be stopped at Hero. We need to better educate collectors on how not to get their items stolen. They are wiping out our community one collector at a time. And it was from the Hero feed that we see this. DC Showcase Multiverse Superior Detective Comics, number 140, 1948. Mint A12 just sold on Hero for $9.53. Now, something that's A12, that is a super, super low number, should go for a lot higher than this. And clearly, people just don't know really what they're doing. People are getting scammed, and Rob Stuff is reporting on that. A lot of people want interoperability, but again, this tweet, this exact opinion shows you that not everyone is ready for that. Even Cryptoys, everyone loved Crypto. I think Paul Barron even said Cryptoys are real champions of Web3. They're modeling their same exact business model after what Veve's is. It is a walled off garden. It is something that you can buy and sell in a secondary marketplace. It's not out yet. That'll probably come eventually. But yeah, there's something to be said and some positives about the walled garden, because if you have that free for all, people are going to get scammed, people are going to get taken advantage of. And I'm not saying we shouldn't do it. I'd say we should probably do that at some point. but we really need a lot of education for that. And speaking of which, we do have a couple of things to go over. I'll just do one more thing for Veve real quick. They say, thank you for the feedback for the general waitlist experience today and the error messaging after collectibles return to the store. We have shared with the product team and will look forward toward streamlining for future releases. So they do recognize that there was bugs today. They are going to go over it with a fine-tooth comb, and hopefully in the next update, things get better. I'm sure they will. Again, this is a process. Moving on. So there's a lot to be said here. All right, so McFarlane Toys has an announcement saying, McFarlane Toys is so excited to announce our massive digital partnership with Warner Bros. It all begins at San Diego Comic-Con 2023 with multiple exclusive DC drops. So DC has their content on Palm, Hero, Veve, McFarlane Toys. Again, very, very, very loose with their product. Obviously, the most successful stuff is currently on Veve, but everything I think has their place. Backhouse clearly have their place. Hero clearly have, everywhere. So McFarlane Toys, I could see definitely having, its own corner of the market as well, and their stuff looks amazing. Their stuff looks like sharp. All right, picture Superman on our app, right? That's like kind of baseline of what I've seen the McFarlane Toys, at least on their trailer. I think it looks good. Am I going to get any of them? Probably not. I'm just saying that it looks great. Some of them will probably hold their value. Some will even go up in value. But what I really wanted to go over is somebody's opinion of them. This person had said, may the best Batman NFT win. You have first appearance versus self-custody, interoperability, quality, animation, and trusted brand. Okay, like Veve's not a trusted brand. So they are basically saying Veve versus Todd McFarlane, and they say, if true, the choice is obvious. And they do that retweeting McFarlane Toys. Be advised, there was a plethora of comments absolutely roasting this person, but I will go on and just read one of the more positive ones, the ones that have a little bit of constructive criticism. It is Veve Viral that goes and says, but the iPhone 13 has way more utility, quality, graphics, speed, processor, storage, etc. Yet the iPhone 1, which will literally not be utilized and simply appreciated for its historical significance, triumphs. Same with trading cards, shoes, stamps, coins, comics, etc. Welcome to collecting, as in saying, oh, hey, just because something has better X, Y, and Z, if it's not the first, not saying it's last, but the first does have a place in history, does have a place in collectors' minds. It is nostalgia. It is an investment. And again, I think Todd McFarlane's an amazing dude. All of his stuff looks great. They'll probably carve out a corner of the market where they'll find success. Same as Hero, same as Backhouse. But to kind of make the argument to say that, oh, hey, this company, which to my knowledge, I don't know how much money they've raised or how much money they have so far, is going to compete with Veve and be better than Veve, when, again, Veve literally just raised $300,000 just today alone. I know the drop only made about $119,000, but again, it sold out everything in 16 minutes. If you would have had a buy now button like that you could spam, it would have sold out in probably 2 minutes. Yeah, I just think that's a little bit of a ridiculous claim to make when you go and you have a company worth a couple $1 billion versus a brand new company that is fifth in line in order to get some DC content out. Again, just my opinion. But I get it. Constructive criticism is healthy, but I know a good deal of people who just wait and criticize. For I believe success isn't a matter of cleverness and criticism, but a matter of honesty and confidence, and the fate of the NFT projects will be such as the Web3 community deserves, but that is just my opinion. So moving on to a couple of other little bits of news here. We do have what is this? Oh yes, we do have a email. More people are getting added to the beta testers, not for Veveverse, not yet, that will come out soon, but the beta testers for Cash Out. A buddy of mine sent me an email saying, hello, blankety blank, Mr. Whale. We are pleased to inform you that you have been selected and enrolled to participate in Veve's Payout beta test program. As a participant of this program, you will be the first to experience new and sometimes confidential, it's a surprise, features and enhancements. Your feedback and participation is pivotal in shaping the future of Veve. We are excited to have you on board, and we look forward to your feedback. Now, unfortunately, Veve is kind of just wasting their breath here because this whale of mine has never cashed out. He will never cash out. I mean, he might cash out at some point, but it's not going to be for some time. Maybe he'll do a little bit thing just to help them test. But there was a buddy of mine that did go and put a transfer request in on Sunday and got his funds on Tuesday. So even though, yes, they do say 5 to 7 business days, that just might be the max amount of time that it takes. This person got theirs in 48 hours, so I'm super happy for them on that. We even have a comment from Teacher Guy 06 over on the YouTube saying, payout in 7 days to me is amazing. Come line up with me in a Jamaican bank and you would see how the rest of us live, LOL. So yeah, some people just fairly ethnocentric. They don't know what they have. They think because it works this way in this part of the world, it should work that way in every part of the world, and that just doesn't happen. Anyway, some price predictions on Stanley Secret Rare. We have Mark Hun saying, price prediction in a couple of weeks will be $2,000 for him. That's roughly about a 3x of where it is today. You know, that is a lot, but there's a lot of stuff that on Stanley's signature that just goes for hundreds or thousands, just on a signature alone, depending on what it's on. Pretty heckin' wild. And then you do have somebody else that went and purchased 8 of these things. You had somebody, it was Observer Drift, who had gone on and posted, I'd be okay with that. I'm thinking it'll push to 1,000 by tomorrow and then be there for a little while before it giga pumps. And this person not only has 8 secret rares, enough said, but he also has 8 partner statues as well. Oh no, I'm sorry, only 2 partner statues only, but 8 of those Stanley first appearances, which again, I think is absolutely wild. Speaking of people purchasing things, we do have Arco Nermono S saying, just bought this magical special secret rare Veve logo. It is that gold and silver Veve logo, so shout out to him for that. A lot of people still purchasing that. It's a great thing to buy. So predictions for today's drop, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. Out of the 1160 that we have, that should be 1070. So 1070, if it does sell out, which I'm not really expecting it to, but if it does 32,000 in volume for it. But it is a secret rare. It is a poster. Posters typically don't do crazy well, but it's $30. It's a whole set, and you know, there's not a ton of them. It's not like there's 3,000. And it's a Comic-Con exclusive. Most of it'll sell. I think that this will do probably minimum 25,000. Are they going to go below retail? Maybe a little bit. But again, it's a Comic-Con exclusive. It's a one set thing. You get a lot of MCP points for it. I'm sure it'll do really well. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye. Meow, meow, meow.